side and dignitas on the CT side, so things are going to get rough. They do have 2 smokes fnatic, and that's exactly meant to counter the USP. Config going to need a lot of backup here, or need to hit a lot of headshots.
Yeah, this is there's 2 layers basically to this one. Magus is going to draw the attention to himself, and that's going to allow for Config to pounce when fnatic try and cross out into the open, which is about to happen right now. And he is going to pick up 1 shot, nearly picks up a 2nd, but they're too quick. fnatic moving together as a unit just swamp the site so quick that the setup is ineffective for Dignitas.
And they even push into CT spawn, and that's a very smart move. They know MSL is there already. This kind of play is what won them trained, so I'm glad that they're returning to it. Wenton going to be picking up MSL. Rubino charging in, but he's going to get shot down. Twist with that kill, and now Cajun all on his own. 1 versus 4 with the bomb down as well. Great execute coming out of fnatic. Very well played. And I mean, Config in that corner, it's true they were playing a distraction game on that bomb site, but with USPs, that is so hard to do. You know, it is not easy. You need to hit the first couple of bullets, otherwise it's not going to work out. Yeah, excellent. I mean, I think the key there is just how quick they move together as a pack there, fnatic. There was no stragglers. There was no running in one at a time. It was very much, as soon as you see a target, wait, you see 3 targets. They're all there on top of you, and there's only so much that Config is going to be able to do in a situation like that. So you have to appreciate it. That was a very crisp pistol round coming out from fnatic, and they pick up that key round. We're saying that this is a CT-sided map. Picking up the T-side pistol is huge. Now you should be able to carry through. With a good anti-eco, you should be able to get that head start, pick up those 3 rounds at the beginning. Yes, indeed. Already, there was a bit of a fight going on in the middle, and we can't overlook those 2 deagles there on MSL and Rubino. But apart from that, fnatic are looking pretty comfortable right now. They've got some decent map control, and they haven't taken too many risks already. So I'm not opposed to what they are showing us right here. Now that they've got all that, looks like they're going to bring the bomb back towards the A side of the map, which would be a good choice.
Yeah, considering there's only Magus here. He does have the 5/7 Kevlar, and he is in shadow, which is a good position to have that gun. Actually moves up the balcony. He wants to go aggressive. This is why I love watching Mirage. You have so many options as CT side for aggression, for information gathering. You can push all over the place.
Tragically, that information has led his team to believe that no one is coming, because he's checking over here and saying, well, there's not anyone up in the apartments here, so maybe, just maybe, they're going to end up at the B-bomb site, which they won't.
Yeah. That is a little heartbreaking. I do like this. One detail here is that Dignitas have really not invested that much into this round. I mean, it's a couple of guys going Kevlar. They have put money into pistols, but the rest of the team are all banking on just holding on getting as many grenades as possible in the 4th round. They really have saved their money here, Dignitas, and so that's some faith in your CT side, your ability to hold given the resources.
It would be interesting how many exit frags they can get here, Dignitas, because they've kind of put them boxed in a fair bit. They're actually going very aggressive. Twist is going to be going down. fnatic, don't let this go. It's a 3-on-4 right here. Lecro picking up an important kill, and Wenton, he's got them low already. That's going to be a quick kill, and that leaves Rubino, 1-on-2. A lot of damage being put into fnatic in this particular round. If you can make them go up with the bomb, that would be even better, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Lecro going to be able to take him out. Can they save one of the AKs? No, they can't, so they get the UMP out, but that's still kind of decent. But I would say that's a bit of a blow to fnatic early on.
Rubino was like a kid who's trying to reach for the candy jar, or like the cookie jar, right? And it's on the counter, and it's out of his reach, and he's trying to jump, like, because there was an AK at the top of the stairs that he kept trying to, like, get up there to pick up, and he just couldn't quite make it. He never did. He never did get that candy. Sorry, Rubino. Maybe next time. Still really effective pistol, eco round coming out there for Dignitas, considering they drop all of the rifles nearly. fnatic only get to save the 1 and then the UMP on Lecro. I mean, that's some excellent work from Dignitas, making it really expensive, and they continue to build their bank, getting those kills. That's bonus money on top, extra $300 per pistol kill. So, I mean, now they're really shaping themselves up nicely here for the 4th round. fnatic, in the meantime, I mean, just spread out across the map. A little alone there, Lecro. I mean, a little bit too lonesome for my comfort level, right? You kind of want him paired up.
Yeah, I mean, he could have very well got taken out. That was not a bad double push coming out of MSL and the teammate there, but yeah, I think he handled it pretty well. He ends up going down with the UMP, but that doesn't really matter that much. He already got 2 kills in that round, 1 with the UMP, 1 with the USP, so he's got a little bit of money to work with. And that's a quick 3 rounds headed fnatic's way. This time they don't lose anything really of significance, and we'll see if there's going to be any fight left in Dignitas here for the 4th round.
Yeah, this is now the make or break moment. This is where Dignitas can be severely disappointed in themselves, right? They just spent all of these rounds saving up, really prioritizing, having the grenades. Look at this, incendiaries across the board, a very healthy nade count here for Dignitas to work with in this round. Not something we usually see if a CT side goes for the force buy, right, in the second round and it doesn't pay off. Then they're limited. They have maybe like smoke, flash, smoke, but they're not able to have to, spend the $600 on an incendiary grenade. So you can see the benefits, but now everything is riding on this round here for Dignitas. And, well, there's a strong start. Bit of a smoke trick coming in from Config. He's going to pick up the one, and he spots them moving on short as well. That's some excellent info. That sets up Rubino to get a double spray, a triple. Shuts them down on short. And what a fantastic hold. It doesn't get any better than that for Dignitas.
Wow. I think Fnatic looked like a team that were committed to that short rush.
Yeah.
I wonder if they had challenged Config right then and there, if they couldn't have traded fairly effectively, because he was sort of jumping all over the place. But
True.
It didn't work out that way. They had their mind set, and they tried to go through with it, weren't counting on Rubino, and I think you're right. There was just too much of a crossfire going on there. Bullets all over the place. Fnatic still going to be able to buy, including the AWP here, and a Deagle on Lekro.
Yeah, that short smoke going down once again, keeping Dignitas in the dark as to what's going on at top mid. And there it is, the similar smoke getting set up from Config so that he can look towards top mid again and have just a little bit of room to work with. But Olafmeister, this aggression, not going to hit the flick. Such a shame. If he was just a half second later there, he might have been able to get a clean pick and really open things up for Fnatic. Instead, he just knows that there's a player in CT. Okay, great. In general, there is a player in CT. Yeah,
that's not too much information to work off of, sadly. But again, he doesn't also go down, so definitely worth the risk, I would say. And they've got plenty of time left here. More than a minute still on the clock. Bomb all the way back in T-spawn. And we'll see if they can set something up. I think they're hoping right now that Dignitas will just come peek somewhere. You see up in the apartments how Dennis is lurking around. They really want someone to come and peek them.
Yeah, they're like, Magus, come push again. You know you want to. And I'm pretty sure that Magus would if given the chance, but now he's actually going for the sleuth play. He's just crouching in the corner behind the boxes on the bomb site. He shouldn't show himself. Config and the man in CT, Cajun B, should be the ones drawing attention to themselves. And look at this, Config, bit of a delayed flash. It actually tags up Lekro, sets it up. Config with the double spray. There's Magus. He pounces as soon as his teammate shows himself, picks up one kill, but the damage is done. Twist is alone. Only so much that he can do in that situation.
Very well done. A big risk for Config as well. If they had been waiting for him, that could have gone badly. But we actually see Config do this quite a bit. He seems to be a big fan of it. Hesitate to call him like a Stu 2K type player, but he does seem to sort of be from the same school of Counter-Strike to some extent. Yeah, that's. I mean, that obviously wins the round right then and there.
Did it on overpass, or on Cobble rather, as well. Plateau, Olafmeister got caught one round at least that I can remember where he pushed through the smoke. I mean, it does lend a little bit of flair, right? An aura of unpredictability that will make you more difficult to play against. Yeah. And well, I mean, maybe they are tired of it. They're like, you know what? Let's go towards B straight up this time around. Fnatic just looking to try and get that rush down onto the site.
Yeah, I mean, especially because they have no armor and no grenades, that shouldn't be possible. MSL, he's not in the most safe position here, but it still shouldn't be possible to really catch him here. And he is just going to fall back safely, so definitely looking like it's going to be a chance for Dignitas to equalize here. MSL spraying a little bit wild, but he's got backup already, and Rubino also missing a couple of shots here. MSL going down, and Rubino just stays safe. No point in going down here and giving them too much. Well, it's a great quad kill. Ends up working out quite nicely, but yeah, just a little bit of a bump in the road for Dignitas.
That's like a warm and fuzzy moment if you're Rubino, right? It's just like, yeah, no Kevlar and Eco Rush coming at me, and I have an M4 with 30 bullets. Perfect. Let's go. Well, I mean, he's up to 8 kills, again, leading the way. Cobblestone Rubino played well. He got up there real quick, was leading the way for Dignitas, and it looks like on Mirage as well. I mean, obviously 4 of those are eco kills, but still doing work right now. 3-3 the score, tied up now, and Fnatic, after the round of eco, have the money for the AKs and the grenades. And of course, Dignitas fully equipped. Just a bit surprised not to see Dignitas going for the AWP. They are just continuing to sit on rifles right now, not going up to the sniper rifle. And I mean, there's been quite a bit of discussion, actually. It's been fun. Some teams are just super frustrated. Like, the ops are very frustrated right now with Mirage because of that short smoke that goes down. It's either the window smoke or the short smoke, but it's so difficult to actually have an impact with that AWP in mid that some ops are just, like, done with it.
Look at Config. He's going to be walking right into Wenton, turns around. Lecro actually makes it around the corner, but now he's boxed in. This is a little bit scary. He fights his way out, and Config couldn't get help in time. And it's, I mean, it's one of those situations again. What if Config falls back into underpass and escapes? Then they're in a 4 and 5 straight up, and they just win the round. I really hate criticizing Config because he does so many things great, but he's a good example of a player that gets a bit too excited. Good refrag from Magisk, and now again, play it as safe as you can.
Right, and now you have the man advantage. Magisk actually makes up for it. And well, Fnatic now, they've got to be wondering, what the hell do? We don't have our smokes. We have 2 flash grenades. Can't smoke off connector, so you better hope that nobody's there to spot. And in fact, nobody is, so they're actually going to be able to rush right up onto the site. But there are 2 players here on the B site. One gets dropped, and MSL just doing work right now. Picks up another kill, and it's Rubino with 2. MSL with the 1 from balcony. And a very effective hold coming in for Dignitas at the end. And there it is. There it is.
They already going to pause it? For
the elusive.
For the tactical timeout?
The elusive tactical timeout. I like it.
I mean, they have lost 4 rounds in a row, so if you look at it that way, and Cajun has only killed 1 person. So, in that sense, maybe that it is a good idea to do it, but...
oh, wait, hold on. Was it Dignitas who went for the pause? The timeout?
I did not see. But I just feel like it's a bit early. If it's Fnatic with the tactical, I feel like maybe it's a couple of rounds too early.
I don't know. I'm so focused on the timeout now just because I was basically screaming at G2 earlier on Cobble or... Yeah, well, no. It was on Train.
Yeah, I did see you panicking a little bit over that.
It's like, God damn it, timeout. It's 7-0, it's 8-0, it's 9-0, it's 10. Like, what are you going to time out?
I wish I could read these signs in Cyrillic, but I just can't. I don't have those skills, Semler.
All right, there's some Dignitas fans out there. That or they're just very polite fans.
They could be. I feel like the crowd has been great here so far.
Yeah.
They were here so early in the morning. When we came in at 8:30 or something, they were all here. Config, Rubino, and Rubino again shutting it down. Tech9 attempted rush. Something that Fnatic at one point in time with the previous lineup were the absolute gods of, but not going to be this time. Instead, they get shot down, and right now, Dignitas must feel very good about themselves.
Rubino in particular, he's stepping up on the anti-ecos, but then in the last round, right, he still got 2 kills when Fnatic had rifles. And so really right now, Rubino is just establishing, he's like dominating his territory. He's like, B site is mine. If you're going to come here, if you got pistols, rifles, I don't care what, I'm going to shut you down. So we have to see how Fnatic take this, if they're going to decide to try and swap it up and go towards A, or if they're going to persist and continue to push B. I mean, right now it's heavy mid-presence from Fnatic. And in fact, not wasting any time at all, completely catching Config out. A great adjustment made by the Swedes.
And also a completely ridiculous way to move across the other side for Config. Why is he jumping like that? I just have no answer. And that's what he did last time as well, by the way. That seems like a fairly massive risk to try and take. But fair enough. Fnatic getting that opening frag. Lecro stepping up right on time, and Meg is going to be going down. Olaf with a great follow-up, making it a 3v5 here. Good job on Fnatic.
Yeah, and it's looking like Fnatic want to gear up for that A push now. Straight up through connector, bomb is there, and man, picking off MSL is only going to make their job easier, but then I say that, Cajun B nearly catches them lined up as well. Woo. Way too close.
I didn't catch it, but it may have been that Dennis also got tagged. He was down to 19 health as well, so I'm not sure if that was a 2-for-1. Wow.
Yeah, that's a bit too close for comfort if you're Fnatic. It's like, no, but still, actually, that was just a total collapse. From Config onwards, it was just a bunch of people from Dignitas looking to try and bring it back by going for an aggressive peek and get that kill, but not everybody is Magisk. Not everybody can just go ahead, look for the duel, win the duel, come back, and put your team in a winning situation. So that means that now Fnatic are at 4 rounds. Dignitas still in the lead with 5, but Fnatic, I mean, more mistakes like that, and Fnatic will be back in this. They only really need like the 6 rounds on T side to start feeling pretty comfortable with the half.
Oh, smoke is about to fade. Meg is going to try and flash a little bit. He doesn't actually follow up behind it. He has Config behind him that could just flash him in if that's what they're going for. They're right around the corner, and a great opening headshot. Olaf going to take him down, and then Fnatic are on the go already. Almost no hesitation there either. Rubino does get one, but Config out of the round. Twist sends him flying.
That was a sick shot from Twist. And then the roast. Dennis, he's going to burn Rubino alive. Cajun B and MSL are still here. And now that Cajun B is actually on CT, MSL on the slow lurk through pit. Oh, this could be big. Bomb manages to cross, but MSL's in position to follow this up. If Cajun continues to draw attention to himself, MSL can get in here. He can deny the plant, and he is just in time. This changes everything.
It does. They still need to play together. MSL landing one more headshot. And suddenly from a 2-on-4 into a 2-on-2, twist right around the corner. Does not get spotted. Grenade going to be coming out, landing right on Wenton. Does a lot of damage. Followed up. MSL now with the triple. One more for the quad. Twist, almost no health. He gets one headshot, but MSL going to clutch it. 4 kills here for the Danish captain. What a round for MSL.
What a clinical display of how to just execute a backstab into the clutch. Unbelievable. It couldn't have worked out better. Cajun forces him to plant courtyard, and that's exactly what MSL needed.
I mean, I still got him. I have to say, I feel like he's just been upping his level individually quite a bit in the last couple of months here. Very, very impressed. I won't say he was hitting quite meme levels of sort of underperformance, but there was definitely a time when he was being criticized a lot for it. I think we've mentioned this a couple of times already, but still very impressive. So is Dennis taking out Rubino with a casual strafing deagle headshot.
Yeah, right? Just like makes it look easy. But sometimes that's all you need, especially when you're Fnatic and you've got aim like this. 4 deagles, single Tech 9 picked up on Twist. We'll see if he can give us a performance like MSL had on Cobblestone. But let's go. Here comes the party. MSL waiting for a flash. Not going to get it. Goes for the big spray, and he's wasting quite a few bullets. Only going to get the 2 kills. Lekro eventually overpowers him, but he does the damage. He brings it back to a 3-on-3, and an easy shot there for Cajun.
Yeah, I think the grenade actually slowing down Dennis a little bit, so that's unfortunate. Olaf trying for the jumping deagle shot. He's going to get taken out by Config, and yeah, I mean, not at all bad. 7-4 the scoreline here. This could have been so much worse. Dignitas should have lost that last round.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It should have been Fnatic really breaking Dignitas' economy, setting themselves up to run away with the half. Instead, yeah, I mean, that 2v4, it was just so massive for Dignitas. It allowed them to stabilize their economy. They're not broke. And so they can just continue to power forward with all of the utility. Whereas look at the Fnatic's buy. Wenton, all he can afford is an AK Kevlar. Olafmeister, no HE. Light on the mollies as well. So
you were talking about the short smoke, and here's Config trying to counter it directly. He's up on the scaffolding here and just up on the railing or whatever it is and looking right over. Pretty interesting. This
is some unbelievable levels of greed, though. All right, granted it works out, but he has nobody in position to watch underpass beneath him.
Yeah, this is the sort of stuff you would normally see Guardian or Kenny in his prime do. You know, just go straight for it.
Kenny in particular, yeah, that was one of his favorite moves. But I mean, still, it's just like, actually, I'm just going to stand out here in the middle of nowhere. If somebody comes underpass, I'm a dead man, but whatever. Just going to pick off Olaf. I'm pretty sick, pretty sick. Obviously, timings. But Config, it works out. Man advantage. And right now, Fnatic are struggling. They're floundering right now.
They are definitely hitting a bit of a rough time here. We are in the 12th round. They're a man down, and that man is Olaf, and already that's a big kill, a big way to start off here. AWP on Cajun. He hasn't found too many shots, but it may also be just because he's at the B-bomb side and not that much action has been happening. Oh, Config, what a gift to find. Wenton could have sealed the round almost then. Cajun missing what should have been a kill, and another one right there. That's not quite good enough. MSL and Rubin are going to clean it up, so Cajun getting some help out of that round. But the fact that they find Wenton there, that must feel like hell if you're Wenton, because you know that's the opening into the round. If he sneaks in behind, then he catches either Cajun or MSL, and then the other 2 people come running in from Catwalk, and that's it.
I agree. And Config is just everywhere on the map. Kill in mid, kill ACT, kill on B site. How do you get away from him? You don't. This is when you start to wonder, okay, Olaf, it's time to show a bit of the level. Twist, Dennis, you guys can go toe-to-toe with Config. Somebody needs to just be willing to just step into it, take the fight with him, own him, and break his confidence, because right now he's starting to run away with it. 8-4, Dignitas with a pretty big lead now. And they should continue to extend it, seeing as how Fnatic, they're stuck on pistols.
Magus again in sandwich right now, but it's a much better position. Config spraying away, long range. He's only going to get the 1 kill, but it doesn't really matter anymore. Magus here to try and take one out. Lekro can't even get the bomb down inside of that smoke. Very tricky, and it's a good triple kill for Magus. That position, I feel like, is so strong in a round like this, where they don't have any Molotovs to block you out, and you have an M4. Yeah. That's definitely what you want.
Go for the spray. manage to mow him down as they come around the corner. And well, now, I mean, this is kind of getting into the make or break territory for fnatic. If they really let Dignitas get up on the double digits CT side with how polished Dignitas are on the T side of Mirage, life is going to be looking pretty grim here for fnatic. But now we have some aggression coming in here from Cajun. Decides not to stick around, though. Not feeling it, not having a teammate to back him up, perhaps. I mean, Rubino was playing window, but Cajun decides he's going to give up mid, and so fnatic actually has some room to maneuver with here.
Yeah, and I think that Molotov also, he could have maybe sort of cancelled it with smoke or anything like that, but he's not going to do it, and instead he goes down. This is just not Cajun's game at all right now. Twist with a nicely placed headshot to take him out early on. They can try and see if they can get a little bit more mid-control before they go and pick up the bomb and maybe try and take it to a bomb site.
I'm having flashbacks to the round where Config died early in Connector. Like, that just felt like a really weird, sort of awkward scenario there for Cajun to die in.
A little bit, yeah, you're right. And speaking of Config, look how far up in apartments he is. So, I mean, Dignitas could take a risk right now and just say, put Config closer so he can hear them going in and then put everyone else on B.
We'll see. I mean, they've got short control. They're soon to have apartments. I mean, Wenton, Lekro moving together as a pair. It's really MSL over here. He's got Rubino to back him, and Rubino has been hitting shots, but MSL now needs to step up, and he's going to catch him lined up. It couldn't get any better than that. 2 kills for him, nearly a third as well. Lekro and Wenton both sprayed down to around 70 HP. And now it's Config and Magic Boy rotating over, and they're both going short. So this is about to get interesting.
It is slightly crazy how much this is not working out for fnatic, although a great spray coming through Lekro. They're controlling it all the way through. Now it's Config, once again, 1 versus 2 here, and he shouldn't be able to steal this away from them, but he's going to get the 1 kill. Goes for Wenton as well. Open battle, and Wenton takes him out. Good job. That could have got really scary. The fact that they lined up for MSL, I mean, fnatic, they're making life hard on themselves right now.
They're doing a remarkable job, exactly. Losing 2 to MSL, you should think, that's it. Dignitas, they get the lockdown. But while MSL is spraying down 2 players from fnatic, the remaining 2 players, I mean, Wenton and Lekro moving through B apartments, are getting kills of their own, creating space on the site and able to actually push behind it. I mean, it's tit for tat right now, but finally the streak is broken. Dignitas give up a round. They're stuck at 9, and we'll see if fnatic can keep them there. This is, well, I mean, we'll see. We're basically going to find out now because this is the 15th round after all, Enders.
They need to win this round, fnatic. If they make it 9-6, I'm actually going to be very impressed. I feel like Dignitas have put up a really hard fight. We do have the auto sniper in play for MSL, so just even more firepower over at those B apartments here. But mid presence again, fnatic want that mid control, try and see if they can do anything with it. Config going to be flashed in and does take out Twist, who was turning around for that flashbang.
Yeah, that was perfect. Impeccable timing there for Config in the peak. And even then, that's how fast Twist is. Even then, Config barely gets out. That was a close call. But now fnatic are kind of stuck at top mid, and where are their grenades? A flash, a Molotov? Where's the smoke that's going to give you room to maneuver, right? Where are the Molotovs to check the angles? They are so incredibly limited right now, fnatic. This is all about waiting for somebody on. Dignitas to get impatient. And while Cajun B holding the angle with the AWP, he did his job. He gets the pick. Config is going to find Olaf Meister, and they're crumbling fnatic. Lekro and Dennis Meister, the last 2 alive.
Config flashed in the corner, but backup is there. Rubino going to come and take out Lekro, and that leaves Dennis. Nothing much that he could do right now. I mean, this is definitely going to be 10-5 here. I mean, if they didn't know where he was, if he had timing of grenades, anything like that, it would work out. But the fact that he's boxed in like this is just not a good sign. He goes down to Config, who gets a triple kill, and that's a 10-5 scoreline favoring Dignitas. I think they are well on their way to winning this map. And credit for Config at the end. You notice how each kill he got, he didn't try and get more behind him. Even though they were actually in a 3v5 or something, 2v5 at that point in time, he was still, you know, keeping it relaxed. And I'm really happy to see that.
I mean, this still bodes well. There really wasn't, all told, it didn't really feel like there was that much action on A for Magus Boy, for example, to really shine. And if he did, he was kind of front line. So he's sitting on single digits right now. But I think that's more to do with Config just kind of stealing everything, and Rubino as well. Like, between the 2 of them, they've really hogged quite a few of the kills. Config's now sitting at the top of the scoreboard. So, I mean, just not a whole lot of room, not enough to go around, Anders. You know, it's just Config right now. He's like,
yeah, and
being greedy.
Actually, that is, I think, what fnatic really struggling against this time around, is that whenever they would try for like a regular type setup, then Config would be bouncing around all over the map, and sort of suddenly he was in underpass pushing up the stairwell.
Yeah.
And then he'd be, he's just all over the place, right? But the rest of Dignitas are playing more or less a normal game. They're just holding their positions and doing a good job of the crossfires and the trades, right? So it's just very annoying because they have to deal with both fnatic, right? Even if they win against Config, they still have to deal with sort of then they have to change their pace again. This time it looks like Dignitas are going to be rushing straight to the B-bomb side. Lecro already flashed, trying to fall back. He needs backup quick. The Glock train is coming. Lecro missing the shots in the back line, and he's not going to survive. MSL and Magisk opening up.
This is looking so much better for Dignitas. Keep in mind, fnatic won the pistol round in the first half. Now Dignitas are primed and ready to pick up their T-side pistol on Mirage with double digits already on 10 rounds. Doesn't get much better than this, but Twist is not done yet. Finds his second kill. He's only got 2 HP left, but they're walking into the Triangle of Doom now. Dignitas have got the afterplant positions, and they should be able to hold it from here. Cajun B catches Wenton, and it's all on Twist, and they know exactly where he's coming from. He will pick up the 1 kill on MSL, but now between Magisk and Cajun, it shouldn't be possible. Maybe he finds one, and he does spot Cajun, but they're playing the bomb perfectly, Dignitas and Twist. He's got to be so frustrated. Just peek him, look for the fight, but it's not going to happen until he has to reload. 11 rounds for Dignitas. The second half pistol goes their way.
I mean, we were asking for Twist in that position to get an ace clutch with 2 HP. That would have been what he needed to do. Just really not possible from that position. A really big win, and just because you pointed it out, it's true. fnatic did win the pistol. That's how they got 3 out of the 5 rounds they got. That really means they only got 2 rifle rounds out of all the rest. That is a big problem, on the T side here. So Dignitas very close to heading their way into a semifinals versus Na'Vi.
Yeah, which would be a magnificent game. 2 tactical teams going head to head. Very, well, looking good on the firepower as well. They balance out well there. I mean, it would be fantastic. It really would be, a question of whether Magisk Boy and Simple, well, Magisk Boy and Config rather measure up well against the likes of Simple and Guardian. But we shall see. We shall see. It's not done yet. They still got to pick up the last 5 rounds here, Dignitas, in order to get that semifinal spot. And so fnatic, the ones ecoing, they have gone for the Force. They have picked up the Kevlar and pistols, and so they aren't managing their economy the same way Dignitas did in the first half. And of course, Dignitas, this is their tried and true. 3 rifles, 2 UMPs, lots of firepower, good long range, good mid range. This is just a solid all-around approach from Dignitas on this anti-eco.
Dennis and Wenton with a bit of a double setup here. Unlikely when you get the first kill, you're going to check for the second guy, so we'll see if it's going to work out. Actually, Dennis winning that fight and only on half HP. Wenton will be going down. Dennis, great job with the AK. Now he's down in shadow. He's finally going to get headshot. Olaf trying to follow it up with the Deagle there in the back lines, and Lecro is coming in. It is a 2-on-2, and Olaf even doing a great job moving out from that Molotov.
Yeah, excellent work from him, preemptively moving. 2-on-2 scenario. UMP has been dropped, but it's 2 AKs. They still have a couple of grenades to work with as well. A single flash left on MSL, and he needs to find the kill on Lecro, but Lecro rips his head off, and now it's on MSL to clutch this. 1v2 caught in a crossfire as well. This is nasty. Olafmeister not even showing himself. They're not going to make this easy for MSL. They know, fnatic, that all he has to do is pick up 1 kill, and it's a winnable scenario, and he eventually decides, you know what, I'm going to pick my poison. It's going to be Lecro, and Lecro kills him.
But there it is, ladies and gentlemen. They fight it right back here. That actually makes it a little bit interesting. I mean, it's still going to be very rough, but that puts a big hold here to Dignitas. And, I mean, Dennis getting the kill, picking up the AK, getting another kill, and buying time for the rotation.
That's why you put 2 players up in Palace. You do 3 towards Pit, 2 through Palace, in case that sort of scenario happens. You don't lose the AK, and it doesn't, wreck your round completely. But Dignitas, they get slapped, and they go straight for the force buy. So we saw some eco management coming out from them in the first half. Here, they're just throwing it to the wind. They're like, you know what? They only survived with 2. Their money can't be great either. We're going to go for it, and it is going to be a straight-up B rush, it looks like. Here we go.
Flashbang in. Lecro, easy pickings here. And backup is even being called for already. This is terrifying for Dignitas. They've slowed down way too much. When they're going to recommit to it, they're just a complete slaughter here. Dennis with a triple, Lecro with a double. Yeah, that they sort of had to keep going the first time around, flashed or not.
Yeah, there's no stopping in a rush like that. You're right. Especially when it's just your entry fragger who's like all the way out in the open at the beginning, right? They know what's going on at that point. Look at it. Wow, look at it. I'm acting as if there was a replay. I'm actually watching the delayed Russian stream over there. I'm just like, yeah, it's obviously on the stream. Yeah.
That's cheating, some level. The audience can't keep up with that.
Yeah, there was a significant gap between the first man onto the site and the other 4. We'll put it that way. So Dignitas, they need to tighten up a little bit.
A grenade raining in. I think Config was dead before it hit him, but otherwise that could have been fun too without the armor. Olaf committing to the spray, and oh, he tries to get away. MSL going to steal that away from him this time. Dennis going for a bit of a fight here. Takes one, and they're losing a little bit too much in a round like this, I feel like. Neither really Olaf or Dennis needed to go down. So a couple of rifles being lost. See if Dignitas can find the groove again.
Yeah, and a hard eco as well. So, I mean, that's when your opponents are running Glocks primarily, no Kevlar, like, you shouldn't actually be dropping anybody. Maybe you sack 1, but that's it. That's all you give up. You do not lose 2 players to it. If we're talking ideal, an ideal scenario, basically. But still, fnatic, they had the money, and so we can see they go for the AWP on Olaf. So, contrary to Dignitas, how they chose to approach their CT half, fnatic want to get that sniper rifle into play very early on here. So we'll see if Olafmeister can actually make it work. They're looking like it's going to be a crunch on the mid here from Dignitas. 2 players top mid, 2 from underpass. And they're hoping for some connector aggression. They're hoping for basically that fnatic, somebody on fnatic right now is set up to try and take a fight. Might not be expecting Dennis boosted up on the boxes on short here, though. This is a bit of a nasty spot.
Yeah, we haven't seen it so far on this map, so there's a real chance that they could get slightly caught off guard here. 11-8. Suddenly the gap is closed between these 2 teams, and it's all thanks to that one round where Dennis picks up a quick double kill like that. Otherwise, Dignitas could be well on their way to a semifinals, but now I'm not so sure anymore. The economy is much better for fnatic suddenly, and Dignitas need to show us that they can actually do something on the T side right now. Cajun going to be walking into the middle. He sees that grenade coming through. Can they actually go for the fight?
Is there going to be that B setup here from Dignitas, slowly clearing out the angles. They still have time, 40 seconds left, and they're now cleared out short, so they can start that push whenever they want, unless they lose Megis. 19 HP left on him, and Lekro gets a shot midair. What is going on? 2 headshots for him. He eliminates part of the pincer, and now it's on Dennis to hold the site.
Whoa, even was that. Somehow they come back into it. Config with a double kill, and Olaf now alone in a 1-on-2. How is this happening? This is not a round of Counter-Strike I want to watch ever again. Olaf going to be walking in. He gets the shot on Config, and now it's 1-on-1. Magisk versus Olaf. AK versus AWP. If he misses the shot, he could be going down immediately. And Magisk walking around. He picks up the rifle. Oh, but it's a headshot. Magisk going to be able to take him out. Oh, no. After all that Lekro did, I have no idea how he got any of those kills. He was tumbling off the balcony when he hit the first headshot, and then he clicked his way to the second one.
Oh yeah, that was obscene. Obscene. Man, and if you're Dignitas, if it isn't for the likes of the hero play from Config, I think you're done with that round. You lose part of the pincer, 1/2 of it basically. It's no longer a pinch movement. It's a poke, and that's not as effective. That's not part of the plan for Dignitas. All the rifles though for fnatic, so it's still not the end of the world here for fnatic. CT-sided map again, so they can run it back, and we can't forget basically the quality of the players on fnatic as well. Olafmeister, Dennis, they've been in the crunch before. They know the pressure. It's not going to affect their game.
2 men holding middle right now. That's MSL and Magisk. They really don't have any grenades left, hardly. Not that fnatic have that many either. Twist, a bit of a failed grenade. I think he wanted it to go and look into the middle so he could kind of do what Config has been doing earlier in the game when they were on the CT side.
Look at how passively they're holding here, fnatic. It's only Twist, really, who's got that first point of contact. Otherwise, Wenton is at Firebox. Dignitas, they really, I mean, it's not until they're on the site that they're actually going to run into Wenton. Twist thinks that he can actually throw the grenade and get the kill. That's not the case.
Yeah, he would have had to basically stuff in his mouth for that to work out. Wenton now towards CT spawn, and he needs backup badly, but that backup can't even get there. They all have to run the same way into CT spawn. This is a miserable retake coming in for fnatic, but Wenton, he picks up the kill on Ruben. How does that even happen? Dignitas, nobody covering the bomb planter there. They're going to go for it again. Config now finally going to be able to get it down, but suddenly fnatic have a real chance. Otherwise, that round would have been gone already.
3-on-3. They have a kit on Dennis as well. It's invaluable. He has to stay alive, and he has to stay close to the site if he were to die to allow his teammates to actually pick those up. Nades are going into play. Pit is gone. Config trades 1 for 1. Good trade frag there from Lekro. And Cajun drawing attention to himself at Pit with the AWP. But there it is. Maggie's lying in wait. Is going to pick up the 1, and he's going to get both. Clutch in the end for him. 1v2, and that's all due to Cajun basically peeking out from Pit, drawing the attention to himself. Boom, his teammate does not miss the opportunity.
That retake for fnatic was always going to be really tough because they couldn't really get into window room, and they were all coming through CT spawn, right? They needed someone to be in middle to draw away at least some of the attention from that CT spawn. So 13-8 and fnatic out of money. I really feel like if they could keep having rifle rounds, fnatic could put up such a good fight, but it's the economy that's hurting them right now.
Yeah, Dignitas are just cutting the legs out from under him. Now we're going to have some aggression. I do like it, but it doesn't matter. They get wiped out, and the information isn't really going to help fnatic in the end either because Dignitas are just too quick to pounce. As soon as they find the opening, boom, they're on the site already getting that bomb plant. And now it's on Lekro. Not long.
3 kills with the map 10 for Convicts. Also a really good read coming out here. MSL had 1-2. So they were ready to just put those map 10s in first, get all the money, and clean up that round. They are dangerously close now. I mean, we would have to see some real power out of this fnatic team for this to work out. I was really optimistic when they won that eco round earlier.
Just what a, I mean, it's obviously not done, but what a stellar performance from Dignitas so far. And what an improvement they've made over the past several months here. They've really, I mean, this is a stacked tournament, and they're on the edge of making it into the semifinals, if not further. We'll see. Already the push coming in here, and Config wastes no time. He picks up the kill on Twist. Rubino, MSL, everybody getting in on it. And a very quick change of pace here, just powering onto the A side. Dignitas not wasting any time at all.
Just to make matters even worse, that was a Mac 10 that Config got the kill with, and Twist had no head armor. No one on fnatic had any head armor at the beginning of this round. So that is really, really painful to have to lose a fight due to a Mac 10 when you've got that kind of a rifle. Lekro and Dennis left trying to just salvage whatever they can here.
It's just as good as it gets, right? Every time. About 15 rounds pretty much here for Dignitas. We're just waiting for the bomb to tick down. And 2 rifles will be saved here, ideally for fnatic. Lekro's going to catch Magus with a nade in his hand, but there's still 2 players coming in through B apartments. Going to hear that early on, though, but Dennis is so low on HP. If he gets challenged at all, it's going to get nasty. And they're just focusing on the one. Lekro is down. Can they find Dennis in time? It doesn't look like it. Config not going to be able to make it there. So they'll have 1 rifle unless somebody's rich enough to actually get a drop going.
Obviously going to put everything into this round, but yeah, a power performance coming out of Dignitas. Even when it looked like it was going to get tough, they still managed to pull through. Very, very impressive indeed. They did it on the second map. On Train, they were having a lot of trouble, and fnatic, I mean, they were looking in form right now, but this could be a sign of fnatic's map pool just not being deep enough, you know. Because on Train, they were really confident. This time, they're going to try for the double push into apartments, and it's well worth it.
Yeah, it does actually pan out. Wenton, he can make it away with that AK, and that's solid. And that's actually forcing Dignitas to react on the other side of the map. And you're going to have a duel between Lekro and Magus. And it looks like Magus loses. Twist is going to catch Config. Everything working out for fnatic with the aggression this round. And that could have gone either way, I feel. Dignitas were kind of spreading out across the map looking for the pick, and they just happened to lose all of the duels this time.
Lekro in a position that is fairly commonly checked here, and you can see that Cajun was sort of lining up for it, but it really has been having a tough game. Oh my god. MSL gone before he hits the ground. That is brutal. I think all of us, I think Cajun is something like 9 or 10 kills or something.
Yeah, where's Cajun?
Yeah, so I mean he's obviously the one buying the drinks tonight. His teammate. That's gotta be it.
That would actually be a pretty effective rule for motivation, right? Especially some of the places that you travel, how expensive it is to buy a beer in a hotel. If you had to buy the round every time,
just really motivating. I feel like that would be hard to put into a contract, but I'd certainly appreciate it if someone tried to be funny.
A gentleman's agreement.
All right.
I mean, why not? Still, match point here for Dignitas, and they've still got 6 of them, so looking pretty good for themselves. They had the money to buy as well. And while fnatic, obviously, they buy, you know, that gasp. They're still in this. Where's Cajun? Cajun's up in Palace right now looking towards Connector. I wonder if he's going to get caught at any point, though, because Twist is waiting in shadow. Could be a bit of an awkward step. I mean, Cajun doesn't have a Molotov, though. That's really unfortunate, because if Dignitas do want to go through connector to A, having a Molotov to clear Shadow is kind of necessary.
Yeah, but if he's holding the angle down towards jungle, that's still such a lot of information that they're getting right now, Dignitas. And they're creeping in towards connector. He's looking at the ladder right now, but look at this. He sees that there's no one here. Rubino going to be walking in, and oh, good trade for Roloff. Gets the double kill quickly. And now they know where Cajun is as well. Are they going to be able to do this? Twist, he did flash up, but he can't actually get the kill on him. Now just trying to buy time for the rotation to come in. 45 seconds left here. Dignitas, they need to close out this game before fnatic get a little bit more traction. Meg is going to clear all the angles, but Twist goes down. That was Cajun for Apartments. A big double kill here.
Oh, that's game-breaking now. I mean, 3v3, still some nades left. Dignitas, can they actually push forward onto the site? They don't know that all three players are in CT right now for fnatic. They could plant for Courtyard. Bomb is ready and waiting. And yeah, smoke's going down. They're going to plant for Courtyard. They're going to count on Cajun to hold the line into CT, and he hits the shot on Lekro.
Cajun going on a massive vacation for the whole game, but this time he steps up with a triple. It's Dennis pushing in. He's going to pick up the one. This one is for the map. Otherwise, they're going to be out of the tournament, and Dignitas are going to make it to the semifinals. Dennis 1 versus 2. The bomb is ticking. It's out in the open. He can't really do anything to defuse this. He's going to get the headshot, and now just one person left. It's Cajun walking in. Dennis, he's going to get the triple kill. He has time for the defuse. What an insane clutch coming out, and fnatic still in it.
What a monster. So sick. Not able to make it up there to save the op. That's sad. But he has the money. Olafmeister has the money for the op if they want it. Still, that's like every piece of the puzzle falling into place there for Dennis.
That's absolutely world class. He has no idea if they are going to be jungle or stairwell or slope or really anywhere. That's very tricky.
He's so good still. I mean, that just buys fnatic another chance. 2 rounds running now where fnatic are able to make it stick. And while it looks like Dignitas, it's back to basics. You know what? We've gone for some fancy stuff. We've gone for the mid-control. We've left Cajun lurking. You know what? Now it's actually time to go for the straight A execute. Bread and butter play, straight out onto the side. They know it works, and let's see if they can get it.
Config already very far in. Is he going to try and sway for the smoke? Normally you would say don't do it, but it's Config, so I'm not really even sure. He is going to run right through the smoke into CT spawn. MSL going to get the bomb plant down, and Config trying to see if he can hold him off. He's looking the wrong way, though. I think he was turning around for a grenade then, and Wenton will be able to take him out. If they lose this round, they won't have money to buy, even with the bomb plant. They just don't have the economy for it. So that means fnatic get a little bit more breathing space. Great wallbang coming out from Twist there, taking down Meg. He's still on the slope. Is Cajun B, but they're going to try and smoke him off. Great play from fnatic. He runs right through, and he's going to be going down. He get 1 kill, and that's pretty much it. MSL out of the round, and fnatic now at 11 and probably going to be 12.
Gorgeous work. Look at that. 4 players survive for fnatic as well. That's how solid they're playing now. Dennis has really just boosted the team, and they were actually getting in there. That's a perfect retake. And that's Dignitas trying to go for something that they should know step by step how to handle. The opening, the execute, positions after the plant, all of that stuff should be ironed out for Dignitas. And fnatic just walked through it like it was nothing. And so now it's all on Dignitas. All the pressure is on them to try and close this out. They've got 4 rounds left, 4 match points left to do it in.
Yeah, the problem is they don't have the economy to do it. And the fnatic, look at it. Molotov, smokes, everything they could possibly want. This is going to be a real uphill battle for the Danish side. Lekro holding down. He hasn't actually seen that they've already sort of crouched under his aim, but I think he may have just spotted them if he jumped there. Important thing is for him to just stay safe and stay far enough back that they can't get the rifle.
Some good teamwork there by Rubino. And it better work out for Config because he just let Rubino take a bunch of bullets to the face, and it's actually going to happen. There's one, and that sets it up for Rubino, and he gets the pre-fire shot on Dennis. That is sick. Now they could potentially get out for the bomb plant, but I think they took it just a little bit too long. Twist is in position on the site with the M4 now.
Yeah, I don't even think Magus can do anything because Wenton's actually seeing this coming. If he walks out through the hole in the wall here, he's going to get shot in the back. And, well, Twist takes 1 kill, and Magus, there we go, from T-Spawn. Solid round from fnatic after a little bit of a scary moment there, but they do play it out quite nicely. They don't allow Dignitas to get the bomb plant down, so that's 12 rounds for fnatic. Another 3, and we will go right into overtime. Config almost at 30 kills.
Config, yeah. I mean, that team play between Config and Rubino there was real crisp, but we need Cajun to start showing up here in a big way. 13 kills for him. It's not quite cutting it, although fnatic are also trailing. They are starting to pick it up a little bit here. There's the attempted shot, and Cajun he's not going to make it. Allows for the man to get over towards connector. That's Twist, who can now have a presence in mid to back up Olafmeister, who's camping window with the AWP.
Bit of a flash out just to give himself some space there. Him and Config holding top mid at the moment. Bomb currently not picked up, and see if they can find a way. Just one good opening here in the middle, although it won't be that easy. There are quite a lot of people here for fnatic.
Yeah, they do have that control once again, and they aren't getting any targets, contrary to Config, who kind of donated a kill here and there to fnatic to make things easier for him in the first half. Right now, fnatic are patient. They're just waiting, and it pays off for Twist. Look at that easy kill onto Config for him, and that gives them the edge to try and counter the push. Dennis follows it up as well, drops MSL.
Olafmeister wired so tightly, he almost takes out Dennis. They're a little bit scary. But 3 versus 5, this is looking like a great round for fnatic so far. Cajun going to be pushing in. He tries for the quick one there, but not going to get it. Wenton will be going down to Rubino, though. Olaf picks up an important kill. He gets shot in the face afterwards. Rubino now 1 versus 3. He does not have the bomb currently, and this is just very tough. He's got a Molotov and a flashbang. It's not impossible, but it's going to be really hard.
Did any of his teammates who died here have a smoke? Because a smoke would really come in handy right now if he could smoke off connector. Yeah, Dennis is close enough to challenge this. And wow, actually, look at this. Twist just jumping onto the site. Big opportunity there for Rubino. Had he hit that shot on Lekro, things could have got interesting. But instead, fnatic executing another perfect retake. Excellent team play coming in here from fnatic. And look at Twist. I mean, that's just Twist being like, I've got the low HP. I'm going to pressure him. I'll force him out in the open. And then my teammates who actually have full HP can just pick up the kill, no problem at all.
Denying another bomb plant. So if you take this round and the last round, if they got the bomb plant down both times, that's $1,600 on each player extra that they would have got. That's not an insignificant amount. I mean, for one thing, it would have made a perfect buy in this round for dignitas. Whereas now they could go for 3 AKs and 2 Tech-9s, and I sort of hope that they do, because they might as well give themselves as many chances as they can, especially because they are on the 5-round loss bonus, so they're going to get a lot of money regardless in the upcoming round. But yeah, the $1,600 that they've sort of been missing out on from not getting some of these bomb plants is really significant right now.
I'm pretty sure this is the tactical timeout coming in from Dignitas.
Sure, yeah, it must be.
Impeccable timing as well. This is exactly when you need to do it. Okay, so confirmation. Tactical timeout used by Dignitas. And so now, this is where really they're just like, guys, we're getting onto the sites. We're getting the bomb plants. We're 2/3 of the way there. What's missing for us to get that last third? Like, how is it that we're not able to hold the sites?
It is magnificent.
I am fairly distracted right now.
You're a little bit distracted. Fair enough. It is magnificent how much of a difference it makes when you have someone like Dennis pulling that triple to win the round. It really changes the whole chemistry of the team, and everyone has suddenly come alive. Definitely got to appreciate that.
So many Na'Vi jerseys. Dude, this crowd is going to be insane tomorrow when Na'Vi play in the semis.
Yeah.
And right now, well, I mean, Dignitas are fighting for a chance to play Na'Vi in the semis. So are fnatic.
So timeout must have almost run out here. So, and obviously the other semifinals is going to be PV vs SK. That is also going to be crazy as hell. 15-13 the scoreline here. We are 2 rounds away from overtime. Dignitas need this. They did not go for the AKs. They went for all Tech-9s and a lot of grenades here. So this is going to be a bit of an explosive round. They've got one distraction over the other side. That's Rubino. Maybe trying to see if he could keep a couple of people there. That would be great if he could keep them on short and B while the rest go into it. And look at the setup here. Those smokes are going to land and block fnatic out. They could legitimately get a bomb plant here, Dignitas, and that would be interesting.
I really do like this. They're giving themselves a fighting chance in this round and in the next. Instead of going for rifles with no nades, now they actually have a whole bunch of nades to actually work with this execute. That single Molotov, though, bought so much time for fnatic to get into position. Twist is still at connector, and look at Wenton giving ground in CT so that he can't get rushed down by these Tech-9s. Olafmeister going to find a pick on Magic, though, and Cajun not quite able to get the return. No, Rubino instead is going to find Dennis.
But they get the bomb plant down, but that Molotov was so big. Now MSL comes through, picks up one. There's another 2 left. They can't get go of this. Wenton going to get the shot on MSL, and now it's a 2-1-2. Dignitas, one more chance here to see if they can close out this game and make it to the semis. There's a Molotov to clear out the bomb in case anyone was defusing. That smoke is now going to evaporate, and it'll be very hard for fnatic. They don't have any more left. Going to be a bit of a flashbang in from Rubino. He's right on the other side. They're tapping the bomb away. They're hitting him on the other side, but now Conflict's coming in from the same angle. There's Rubino with the shot, and Electro has to come with the bomb, and that's it. Dignitas, they're going to be in the semifinals here at EPICENTER Moscow. What an incredible match, and what a hard-fought game it was for Dignitas, but they make it all the way.
What a beautiful round at the end there as well. Does it get any more perfect than that between the 2-on-2, how they played it out in connector? Rubino buying so much time for his teammate to rotate over. Unbelievable.
I was sure that one fnatic Molotov was going to kill the round for them. You put up all those smokes and then you wait for 10 seconds for the Molotov to disappear. I mean, that makes all of those smokes more or less useless, but they still managed to pull it through. Very, very impressive, and a big win for this team that's been doing so well.
A round of applause for Team Fnatic. They've done their best. They were really, really close, but Team Dignitas proved to be worthy.